Can I ask you something without getting too intimate? How do you know after, I mean, we'd gone out a couple of times, right?
It's no secret Johnny Carson was a ladies' man considering his 3 marriages. But sometimes that beast came out live on his own show.
You are a pretty lady. You get tired of people talking about your looks and how stunning you are all the time? I mean, it can get to be, you know. I mean, I don't. I mean, when people tell me.
This is Johnny Carson dangerously flirting with his own guests. Johnny brings up dating Dyan Kahn.
After the second time I was with him, I called my mom and dad and said, this is it. I'm going to be with this man for as long as I live.
Now, can I ask you something without getting too intimate? How do you know after, I mean, we'd gone out a couple of times, right? Let's be honest.
Why is she laughing?
Wait a minute.
Why is she laughing?
See, there's the difference right there.
Dyan Kahn openly circles the fact that she and Johnny had dated before as he brings up their shared history with a mix of curiosity and flirtation. Doris Day has Carson speechless.
And once when a friend of mine and I were flying from London to Los Angeles, we took the pole, over the pole?
Yeah.
The polar route. And we're flying over Greenland, and she said, do you see any strays, Clara?
If you saw a stray walrus, you'd take
Johnny.
it in or something.
And all I can tell you is that the only way I'm going to live through it is to live on a boat. And then I'll probably pick up fish. I don't know.
Do they live in the house?
They live in the house, out in the yard, wherever they want to be.
Yeah.
My house is their house.
I'm not fond of animals.
You what?
I'm not fond of animals.
I don't want to have a scratch out here tonight.
Doris Day's first Carson appearance has a graceful, almost shy flirtation running through it, as Johnny becomes quieter around her with more admiration than punchline chasing. Johnny compliments Bo. This 1979 Tonight Show appearance became iconic for one simple reason. The audience got to witness Carson completely drop his professional host persona and become a desperate fan. Carson can't keep his eyes off of Ann-Margret.
When somebody says that I'm sexy, I am very, very flattered. I think any woman would be, if she's honest with herself. Just, don't you enjoy being called sexy? Don't you enjoy when a woman calls you sexy?
Yeah. Kind of like
Really?
it. Do you think I'm sexy?
Yes, I do.
Really?
You have a very boyish sexiness.
I have a boyish sexiness. That's
You can
good.
get away with murder. Well, you can.
I
You
can
say
get a couple of
things.
women who won't verify that. That was on me.
Ann-Margret gives the show a burst of performance-driven flirtation as she arrives with incredibly stunning looks and a playful sense of danger. Johnny loves talking with Bernadette Peters.
In evening, April 28th, Rosemary Clooney has a benefit every year, and it's really great. And it's called the Betty Clooney Foundation. Right. And it's for brain injuries, and it's going to be a great night. Joe Williams is going to be there.
Yeah.
And Cleo Lane and Joel Gray and you.
It's a marvelous.
Johnny's appearing there.
They
I just
do
made
that.
that up.
They do that every year.
He's not going to be there.
I worked with Betty Clooney
Good
years
to hear.
ago when she was on an early morning show on CBS
Betty Clooney?
in the early 50s. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's singers honoring songwriters, and so it should be
Right.
a great evening.
Good to see you. Sure know how to sing. Oh, you know how to sing.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
like it. I have a good time. I enjoy
And you
it.
always look dressed up.
Bernadette Peters brings a Broadway sparkle to the show, and Johnny's response is full of amused attention as he flirts by listening closely, then slipping in reactions that show he's enjoying the performance beyond the official interview. Madeleine Kahn's charm pulls Carson in.
Yes, I've always wondered, well, when will I really be able to say what I want? Anyway,
Are there
so I
things you'd
enjoyed
like to say now that you get off your
Yeah.
you get off your chest?
No,
Anything bothering you or bugging you? Do you have any phobias at all?
Phobias.
Anything that really phobias? An unnatural.
That's a good. Well, I'll tell you what leapt to my
unnatural-
mind. I mean, I'm not prepared for this.
Well, that's okay. An unnatural fear of
Well,
something.
you
A lot of
know-
people are afraid of the dark. Ed has acrophobia,
Right.
a fear
Do
of
you?
heights.
Yeah.
Yes.
We haven't prepared this.
Well,
I'll tell you what leapt to my mind. You know, I do not like balls coming toward me.
Madeleine Kahn gives Johnny a different kind of flirtation built on nerves, oddball charm, and brilliant comic timing, as the conversation about phobias lets her be vulnerable and funny at the same time, which brings out Johnny's softer teasing side. Liv Ullmann's slow smile flirtation.
Well, you were sitting in a makeup chair, and I started to, and we were talking, and all of a sudden I turned around, and this man is standing right there.
I know, and he said, we are married.
He says, I'm her husband. Very nice fella.
He's very nice,
Yeah.
and you are engaged anyway since...
Yeah, well, I believe in long engagements.
You do?
Were you engaged long before you were married?
No, I wasn't engaged at all, but you see, I had been married once before.
Well... I'm not Mother Teresa myself, you know. No, I had been married once before, too.
Really?
Liv Ullmann's segment isn't the obvious kind of flirting, and that's exactly what makes it fascinating, as Johnny moves through the conversation with softer curiosity, asking about romance marriage, and the emotional language around attraction with genuine interest rather than a setup for a punchline. Johnny hits on Cloris Leachman.
Philco Playhouse. Did you see the show at all
No,
last night?
I didn't see it.
And I think the year was about 1949. Do you remember the play?
Oh, I did many of those.
Yeah? It was a love scene. Close up. I don't know who the actor was.
That. Hope the next 50 years is going to be
I'll tell you what it was. We looked
romantic.
it up. It was entitled Nocturne.
Nocturne. Well,
Does that mean anything at all? Or do they just blend together?
no, I told a story one night on your show about a one Philco Playhouse where the man forgot his lines and we were 5 minutes short.
Yeah, those days it was all live.
Yeah,
And you just finished the show, what,
We just went home. We thought it was their problem.
Cloris Leachman gives Johnny a completely different kind of flirtation, as she doesn't sit waiting to be admired, but attacks the conversation with comic confidence that keeps him genuinely uncertain about where the segment is heading even 20 minutes into his experience of her. Johnny flirts back by letting himself get pulled into her chaos, while still trying to look like he has some control over the proceedings, which the audience can see he absolutely doesn't, and which makes watching him try even funnier. Mitzi Gaynor's glamour distracts Johnny.
Do a show sometime from the green room because the comments back there are so unbelievable. Everybody is practicing their hands in the whole green room, and everybody's saying, how am I going to follow that act?
Yes,
How am I going to follow that? And there's no way unless you brought back one of the animals. There's absolutely
No. Well, it's nice to have you here.
I'm so excited to be on the show with you because I've really seen you a lot on television.
Yes?
And I've done this show maybe 20 times. And I have never done it with you, and you're really here.
That's right.
You're real.
Right.
It's so
Mitzi Gaynor's appearance gives Johnny a guest who understands glamour as performance, and he clearly enjoys playing along as she carries herself like a star who knows the room is watching every gesture she makes from the moment she sits down to the moment the segment ends.
Why are writers weird? You just said writers are weird.
Well, I think you have to be possessed to be
Really?
to be a really good writer. You have to hear voices, and you know what they do to people who hear voices. I mean, to get dialogue down, you really have to pick up on people's vibrations and vibrations that may not even still be with us.
I think everyone who is talented, or maybe or creative, is a little
Thank you, John.
Has a loose shingle
You really
somewhere.
know how to make a girl feel welcome.
No, I think you do.
Wait a minute.
What's that? The bus schedule to Tarzana? You leaving, Bob, or what?
I didn't get to say all my stuff. Wait.
Johnny's flirtation comes through admiration for her energy, her polish, and her ability to make a talk show couch feel like a variety show stage while keeping the conversation light enough that his reactions do the actual heavy lifting. Mitzi doesn't need to force the charm since her personality already has a musical rhythm that pulls attention without demanding it from anyone in the room. Johnny responds with that polished host smile that says he is both amused and genuinely impressed, which is the specific combination he almost never allowed both to show simultaneously. The segment feels like classic variety show flirtation, bright theatrical, and built around mutual timing between two people who understood exactly how television worked and were enjoying the performance of working within it together.
Isn't that fabulous? My husband is his biggest fan.
Who's your husband, though?
He's a fantastic man with supreme taste.
Can he get me a job?
Can't anybody get anybody a job, Bobby? You will work again. You believe in the nutritional values and the afterlife. There's nothing that can stop you. If you don't get it right this time, you get a chance to come back.
Do you know that for sure?
Mitzi's old-school entertainment training made her comfortable in the Carson format in a way that many guests simply weren't, which gave the exchange a relaxed confidence that other segments in the same era didn't have. Johnny's visible pleasure at having someone who could perform and converse simultaneously without needing the interview format to carry all the weight shows in every small smile he produces during the appearance. Maureen O'Hara flirts with respect.
And then I said, well, I'd like to meet the two young men, Christopher Columbus and Hunt Lowry. So I flew out to LA and I met them. And in about 5 minutes, we loved each other. I liked them. I thought it would be wonderful to work for them. And then I said, no, but wait a minute. I think I also need to meet John Candy. So John was up in
Chicago.
No, you were in.
We were in Chicago.
Yeah, but you flew into Chicago, didn't you?
Yes.
From Canada.
She says you were in Chicago. You were in Chicago.
I just go along.
Yeah.
Maureen O'Hara brings a commanding old Hollywood presence to the couch, and Johnny meets her with visible respect and playful admiration, as the flirtation has a bold Irish warmth, especially when her confidence starts steering the room in directions he clearly wasn't expecting when the booking came through.
Just go along with it.
And I flew into Chicago, and this time it was like 50 seconds. I just looked at him, I looked into those gorgeous eyes, and I said, yes, I'll be his mom.
Boy, that's nice. The eyes did it, huh?
That's right.
Well, right. The eyes always do it, right?
Well, I kind of thought we looked a little bit alike. We have the same kind of teeth.
Same teeth.
We have the same mouth. And the same eyes.
We all know that John Candy is a marvelous comedy actor, a marvelous sketch actor.
Oh,
yes.
I
mean, that goes without saying.
Johnny didn't try to overpower her, which is what makes the chemistry so enjoyable and so distinctly different from most of his other flirtatious segments where he typically held at least some structural advantage. He reacts like a man who knows he is sitting next to someone with more than enough personality to take complete control whenever she decides she wants it, and who is almost daring her to make that choice. Maureen's directness gives the exchange a sharper flavor than the softer glamour segments, making every response feel less like an interview answer and more like a position she has decided to hold regardless of what Johnny had planned for the segment.
John Candy comes into his own as a fine, dramatic actor. And just you wait. In a little while, he's too young right now, but very soon John Candy is going to be doing all the great roles that Charles Laughton has done. He's going to be doing Witness for the Prosecution and all the marvelous roles. He is a fantastic actor.
You listen to Mother.
I'm listening.
Johnny's smiles and careful questions make it abundantly clear he is enjoying the challenge, which is rare since most guests gave him what he wanted long before he had to work for anything during 3 decades of hosting. The contrast between her old Hollywood grandeur and her absolute refusal to be polished or cautious about anything gives the segment an edge that the Doris Day or Bernadette Peters conversations simply couldn't have produced even on their best nights. Johnny's visible uncertainty about where the conversation is heading at several points shows a host who had stopped trying to predict anything and was simply responding to whatever came next with the best tool he had, which was charm. Maureen's comfort in her own authority reads as flirtation, because self-assurance on a Carson couch was always the most attractive possible quality a guest could bring into that room at any point across 30 years of broadcasting. The segment closes this list perfectly, since it captures a completely different version of Johnny Carson than the one who spent most of his career carefully controlling every room he occupied, showing that the right guest could make the most prepared host in television history, genuinely and happily uncertain about what would happen next and grateful for the experience of finding out. From Bo Derek making restraint look like the most obvious comedy in the world, to Madeleine Kahn turning phobia talk into something Johnny couldn't quite steer away from, to Ann-Margret arriving with enough charisma to flip the host into an observer inside his own broadcast, these 10 women collectively answered a question nobody thought to ask, which is what happens when the most prepared man in television sits across from someone who didn't need any preparation at all. Each one brought a completely different kind of flirtation, showing that Carson's chemistry with his guests was never one thing but 10 entirely separate situations that all somehow ended the same way, with Johnny smiling through the evidence that he had momentarily lost the room. Which of these 10 women do you think had the most control over Carson? Comment your answer alongside everyone else down below and subscribe for more classic and entertaining Tonight Show clips.